Hey y'all, James here. So, I wrote a book, and this video is giving you all the details on said book. So, if you are into good, sweet, swoon-worthy romance novels, stay tuned. So, Let It Happen by Jaimsss P releases December 5th, 2024. So, with my last maybe two releases, I've been in the Cheney universe, which is a fictional state that I created. But with this book, we are back where we started. We are back in the A. We are back in Georgia. If you know, you know, I am a down south Georgia girl. And my first book was based in Georgia. This book is based in Georgia. And y'all, I'm so excited about this book. And let me tell you why. This is a long awaited story. It's the story of Jess and Tate, y'all. So if you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to get into it so you can know what we're talking about and why we're excited about this. These are characters who have been with me since almost the start of my author journey. One of them was introduced in my very first novel. The second one introduced in my second novel. And if you go and look at the reviews on those two books, you will know how much people are waiting and ready for Jess and Tate. Like, we have been waiting for this, and y'all have been on me about it, but I have been on them about it. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all not gonna, you never gonna fall in love. What's tea? But it's 2 years later, and they was like, we ready. So I was like, okay, with my pen and paper, ready to write the story. And that's what we got, and let it happen. So let's get into it. Jess. Jessica Brielle Weston was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. She is the daughter of two very successful entrepreneurs. She is the best friend of the main character of my first novel, Love That Saves. And unlike her best friend, she is a firecracker. She is spicy. She tells it like it is. She speaks her mind. And she is absolutely positively against settling down. Marriage, kids have never been in the cards for her. As far as she's concerned, she is very content living the life that she's been living for the past 7 years, which is being a highly sought after model and content creator. Her best friend Davy is a fashion designer, and she started out wearing Davy's clothes on social media. People took to her instantly, and she obtained her first legitimate modeling job, and her career has gone up from there. And she lives a very A-list celebrity, jet setting type of life, and she does not plan to change that anytime soon. Not looking for love, only a good time. Then you have Tate, my male character. Julian Ali Tate, he is not from Atlanta. He's from a city just outside of Atlanta. So they're both from Georgia. He is the best friend of the male main character from my first book, Joseph. And they met after they both graduated from college. They became behavioral analysts for the FBI. And that's how they met. They are partners. They are in the same unit of the behavioral science unit. Not only is he an FBI agent, but he also does a little bit of house flipping on the side, and it's been a very lucrative business for him thus far. Much like Jessica, Tate is the quintessential bachelor. When he is not working, he is partying, he's having a good time, enjoying life, and he never really saw settling down in the cards for him either. That is until he met Jessica. Now, if you don't know how Jess and Tate met, I encourage you to read A Love That Restores by Jaimsss P. This is the story of their best friends falling in love, but this is the story where they met. Okay? You haven't read this? Get into it. On their first meeting, there was instant chemistry, but there was also instant friction, and it kind of laid the foundation for how the rest of their relationship was going to go. They argue often. Neither of them like to be wrong. Neither of them are ever willing to give up on the argument and let the other be right. So they're alike in a lot of ways, and because of that, they clash. But because of that, they connect like nobody's business, right? Their bond has always been undeniable. And in the early days of their connection, they started a physical relationship, but they were strictly friends with benefits. After a while, Tate got tired of that. He found himself really enjoying her company and wanting to explore things further than just the bedroom. And so he told her, I want to be more than friends with benefits. She was like, no, I don't want that. No, let's just do what we're doing. It's fine. It was fine for a while until he was over it. When he became over it, he cut her off completely. He told her, I'm not willing to do this anymore. If you are not looking for something real with me, then I have to cut you off. Very mature decision, right? Jess was not feeling his decision. She did not want to end their relationship, but she was also not willing to commit to him. Why was she not willing to commit to him? Not that she didn't want a relationship with him too, but because of things that happened in her past that affected her ability to have children. She decided long ago that she was not doing the committed relationship thing. She just never wanted to put herself in a position where she started really loving someone. They figured out she couldn't give them children and they left her and she was heartbroken. So she just wiped her hands of relationships altogether. She just kind of hid her reality behind her jet-setting lifestyle. So she just gave off the energy that I just don't want to be with you like that. That's not what I want. And so he cut her off. See you later. That's where we left off in A Love That Restores. Now, Let It Happen picks up years later on her birthday. She has a birthday party. Tate is in attendance at the birthday party. They both look amazing. They both miss each other, haven't seen each other in quite some time. One thing does lead to another. They do end up sharing the evening together. It does result in an oops baby. The rest of the story is how they navigate that. In the midst of all of that, she also is dealing with a stalker that has been stalking her since the start of her modeling career. I can't tell y'all everything. I'm not going to give y'all all the tea about this book, but the stalker does play a major role in the course of their relationship. I can say that this book is, I'm not going to say it's full of drama, but the drama is there. I'm also going to say there's quite a bit of suspense here too. So that's the plot, okay? Friends with benefits, conceive a child on accident, and the book jumps off from there. So let's get into the things that you can kind of expect from Let It Happen by Jaimsss P. This is a full-length novel. It is over 90,000 words, so keep that in mind. It is a slow burn in true Jaimsss fashion. Y'all know I am not the one who writes love at first sight. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't write love at first sight, because I do, but I do develop the connection, and it takes words to do that, right? We've already seen them in A Love That Restores by Jaimsss P. Connect with each other, gain interest in each other, and kind of explore each other just a little bit. Now you're going to see them really fall in love with each other, and it's the sweetest thing, to be honest with y'all. So the character development in this story, I feel, is like chef's kiss. I did my big one for sure. They both have their own individual stories that affected the way they see life and love, affected the way that they navigate in different relationships, and all of that contributes to the slow burn. You're really gonna get invested in these two. They might be my favorite characters ever. I'm just saying. I love them so much, and I'm pretty sure y'all gonna love them too. The character development is top tier. Of course, you can expect a sweet story. I don't write stories that are not sweet. You are going to love the way he loves her. You are going to love the way he protects her. You are going to love the way she protects him, because at the very end of the day, no matter how much she's been denying this man, she don't play about Tate. Jess does not play about Tate, and Tate don't play about Jess. They are crazy. They are crazy. But together, they're just like everything. Now, this is a spinoff, but you can read it as a standalone. So I told you my first book, A Love That Saves, You do meet Jess in that story, and then the second half of that is my second book, A Love That Restores, and you meet Tate there. It's a spinoff of those books, but you can read this alone and have no trouble understanding what's going on. You can also expect a cameo from the characters from a couple of my other books, and I think the James OG readers are going to appreciate that. The tropes that you can expect in Let It Happen: close proximity. You can probably guess why they will be in such close proximity based off what I've already told you, but you're not going to expect the things that happen in those close quarters, so keep that in mind. It's a second chance romance. It's like a second chance romance slash friends to lovers. Is it really second chance romance when they never gave it a try the first time? I don't know. So I say second chance romance slash friends to lovers type of vibe. And oops, baby, we do have a stalker. And then we have the ultimate alpha male protector, male main character. So that's pretty much all I have. I can't tell y'all everything because this book is, I mean, it's 90,000 words. So it's packed with all kind of stuff. If you don't read Let It Happen, you will forever be out of the loop on how Jess and Tate found their way to each other finally. You don't want that for yourself. I don't want that for you. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So you need to read Let It Happen on December 5th, 2024 on Amazon. As always, I'm going to do a release day giveaway. Also, stay tuned for the paperback giveaway. That's coming later. But you also need to be subscribed to my mailing list and to my Facebook group to get information on those things. I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited. If you are excited about Jess and Tate, if you've read my previous stories and you have been waiting on these two characters, comment that down below. If you have never read James, but you are going to get into it on December 5th, let me know that down below. If you just are so against reading Jaimsss P and you just, I'm not doing it, comment the reason why down below because I want to know. I really do. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Those are definitely the places where you can get the most timely updates about my upcoming releases. Subscribe to my mailing list, and I will see y'all in my next one.